जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गांधर्विका गिरिधारी जीव की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्त्वात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग श्री श्री राधा नायननाथ जीव की जय। जय श्री गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ देव की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिस्तोम विष्णुपाद परमहंस तत्शिला भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिस्तोम विष्णुपाद परमहंस तत्शिला भक्ति दयित माधव गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिस्तोम विष्णुपाद परमहंस तत्शिला भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जय। जय परमहंस शिला गौर किशोर दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय शिशिला सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। जय वैष्णव सार्वभौम शिला जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय श्री रूपानुग गुरुवरे की जय। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वसदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपी गो गोवर्धन वृंदावन श्री राधा कुंद श्याम कुंदात्मक श्री ब्रज मंदिर की जय। जय श्री नवदीप धाम की जय। जय श्री पुरुषोत्तम धाम की जय। जय श्री बलदेव सुभद्रा जगन्नाथ श्री सुदर्शन चक्र जीव की जय। जय श्री वृंदा देवी तुलसी देवी की जय। जय सर्व विघ्न विनाशनकारी श्री नृसिंह देव की जय। जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय समागत भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि बोल। वंदे हम श्री गुरो श्री जुता पादा कमला श्री गुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्री रूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितंश्च श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hari Bol, 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 Hari Bol. On Friday, there will be Ram Navami, appearance day of Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan, and also our most revered Gurudev. So as last 2 years I was in Mayapur for this festival, and before that we were reading Ramayana summary in order to come to that, because on that day it is difficult to cover all the topics. So today I am starting Ramayana, pastimes of Lord Ramachandra Bhagavan. Dasharatha was the king of Koshala, an ancient kingdom that was located in present-day Uttar Pradesh. Ayodhya was its capital. Dasharatha was loved by one and all. His subjects were happy and his kingdom was prosperous. Even though Dasharatha had everything that he desired, he was very sad at heart. He had no children. During the same time, there lived a powerful Rakshasa king in the island of Ceylon, or Sri Lanka, located just south of India. He was called Ravan. His tyranny knew no bounds. His subjects disturbed the prayers of holy men. The childless Dasharatha was advised by his family priest Vashisht to perform a fire sacrifice ceremony to seek the blessings of God for children. Vishnu, the preserver of the universe, decided to manifest himself as the eldest son of Dasharatha in order to kill Ravan, demon. While performing the fire worship ceremony, a majestic figure rose from the sacrificial fire and handed to Dasharatha a bowl of rice pudding, that is kheer, condensed milk and rice inside that rice pudding, saying, "God is pleased with you and has asked you to distribute this rice pudding or payas to your wives. They will soon bear your children. So from Yagya, that person appeared and gave Kir. The king received the gift joyfully and distributed the pious. In India, if you go festival, they will say pious. To his 3 queens, Kaushalya, Kaikeyi, and Sumitra. Kaushalya, the eldest queen, gave birth to the eldest son Ram. Bharata, the second son, was born to Kaikeyi, and Sumitra gave birth to twins, Lakshman and Shatrughna. Rama's birthday is celebrated now as Ram Navami. It will come on Friday. Navami means 9th lunar day, Ram Navami. The 4 princes grew up to be tall, strong, handsome, and brave. Of the 4 brothers, Ram was closest to Lakshman and Bharata to Shatrughna. One day, the revered sage Vishwamitra came to Ayodhya. Dasharatha was overjoyed and immediately got down from his throne and received him with great honor. Vishwamitra blessed Dasharatha and asked him to send Rama to kill the Rakshasas who were disturbing his fire sacrifice. Rama was then only 15 years old. Dasharatha was taken aback. Rama was too young for the job. He offered himself, but sage Vishwamitra knew better. The sage insisted upon his request and assured the king that Ram would be safe in his hands. Ultimately, Dasharatha agreed to send Rama along with Lakshman to go with Vishwamitra. Dasharatha strictly ordered his sons to obey Rishi Vishwamitra and fulfill all his wishes. The parents blessed the 2 young princes. They then departed with the sage. The party of Vishwamitra, Ram and Lakshman soon reached Dandaka forest, Dandakaranya, where the Rakshasi Taraka lived with her son Marich. Rakshasi, the female demon. Rakshasas, they are eating human beings. Vishwamitra asked Rama to challenge her. Rama strung his bow and twanged the string. The wild animals ran helter-skelter in fear, means here and there. Taraka heard the sound and she became incensed. Mad with rage, roaring thunderously, she rushed at Rama. A fierce battle ensued between the huge Rakshasi and Rama. Finally, Rama pierced her heart with a deadly arrow and Taraka crashed down to the earth. Vishwamitra was pleased. If you go to our Mayapur mat, there is temple room, not mandir. From outside there is Ram Lila on the depiction. There you will see this. Ram is killing this demon Taraka. It is written in Rakshasi in the air, very old, ugly, and he is killing. So Vishwamitra was pleased. He taught Rama several mantras with which Rama could summon many divine weapons by meditation, means call divine weapons, in order to fight against evil. Vishwamitra then proceeded with Ram and Lakshman towards his ashram. When they started the fire sacrifice, Rama and Lakshman were guarding the place. Suddenly Marich, Taraka's ferocious son, arrived with his followers. Rama silently prayed and discharged the newly acquired divine weapon at Marich. Marich was thrown many miles away into the sea. All other demons were slain by Rama and Lakshmana. Vishwamitra completed the sacrifice, and the sages rejoiced and blessed the princess. It's Rama and Lakshmana. The next morning, Vishwamitra, Rama and Lakshman headed towards the city of Mithila, the capital of the kingdom of Janaka. King Janaka invited Vishwamitra to attend the great fire sacrifice ceremony that he had arranged. Vishwamitra had something in mind: to get Ram married to the lovely daughter of Janaka. Janaka was a saintly king, Rajarshi. He received a bow from Lord Shiva. It was strong and heavy. He wanted his beautiful daughter Sita to marry the bravest and strongest prince in the country. So he had vowed that he would give Sita in marriage only to the one who could string that great bow of Shiva. Many had tried before. None could even move the bow, let alone string it. So heavy they could not move even, what to speak to. When Vishwamitra arrived with Rama and Lakshman at the court, King Janaka received them with great respect. Vishwamitra introduced Ram and Lakshman to Janaka and requested that he show the bow of Shiva to Rama so that he could try to string it. Janaka looked at the young prince and assented doubtfully. He agreed, but he was having some doubt. The bow was stored in an iron box mounted on an 8-wheeled chariot. Janaka ordered his men to bring the bow and place it in the middle of a big hall filled with many dignitaries. Rama then stood up in all humility, picked up the bow with ease, and got ready for the stringing. He placed one end of the bow against his toe, biggest finger on the feet, put forth his might, and bent the bow to string it. When, to everyone's surprise, the bow snapped in two, broken, 2 pieces. Sita was relieved. She had liked Rama right at the first sight, their eternal consorts. Dasharatha was immediately informed. He gladly gave his consent to the marriage and came to Mithila with his retinue. Janaka arranged for a grand wedding. Rama and Sita were married. At the same time, the 3 other brothers were also provided with brides. Lakshman married Sita's sister Urmila. Bharata and Shatrughna married Sita's cousins Madhavi and Shruta Kirti. Mandavi, sorry, not Madhavi, Mandavi and Shruta Kirti, cousins. Like in India, they also say sister, like if from father or aunt, daughters, they will also say. So they all got married, 4. After the wedding, Vishwamitra blessed them all and left for the Himalayas to meditate. Dasharatha returned to Ayodhya with his sons and their new brides. People celebrated the marriage with great pomp and show. For the next 12 years, Ram and Sita lived happily in Ayodhya. Rama was loved by all. He was a joy to his father, Dasharath, whose heart nearly burst with pride when he beheld his son. As Dasharatha was growing older, he called his ministers, seeking their opinion about crowning Rama as the prince of Ayodhya. They unanimously welcomed the suggestion. Means they all agreed. There was no opposition vote. All agreed. Then Dasharatha announced the decision and gave orders for the coronation of Rama. During this time, Bharata and his favorite brother Shatrughna had gone to see their maternal grandfather and were absent from Ayodhya. Kaikeyi, Bharata's mother, was in the palace rejoicing with the other queens, sharing the happy news of Rama's coronation. Means he will be next crown prince. That is coronation. Means next king he will be. She loved Rama as her own son. But her wicked mate, Mantara, was unhappy. Mantara wanted Bharata to be the king, so she devised a heinous plan to thwart Rama's coronation. As soon as the plan was set firmly in her mind, she rushed to Kaikeyi to tell her. "What a fool you are," Mantara said to Kaikeyi. "The king has always loved you more than the other queens. But the moment Rama is crowned, Kaushalya will become all-powerful and she will make you her slave." Means other queen, Rama's mother. So you will become her slave. Mantara repeatedly gave her poisoned suggestions, clouding Kaikeyi's mind and heart with suspicion and doubt. Kaikeyi, confused and distraught, finally agreed to Mantara's plan. Here the Acharyas explain that is the effect of bad association. They will pollute your mind and you will not be ready to serve Krishna, but will want other things. "But what can I do to change it?" asked Kaikeyi with a puzzled mind. She was also a devotee of Ram. Ram before told her, you will have to do this, so she was also following. But for the sake of Leela, she was playing this role. Otherwise, that Ram Leela cannot happen in that way, and we cannot get those teachings out. But we should not commit offense to Kaikeyi. She is devotee of Ram. She was following his order. Manthara was clever enough to chalk out her plan all the way. She had been waiting for Kaikeyi to ask her advice. You may recall that long ago, when Dasharatha was badly wounded in the battlefield while fighting with the Asuras, you saved Dasharatha's life by swiftly driving his chariot to safety. At that time, Dasharatha offered you 2 boons. You said you would ask for the boons some other time. Kaikeyi readily remembered. Manthara continued, now the time has come to demand those boons. Ask Dasharatha for your first boon to make Bharat the king of Koshala, and for the second boon to banish Rama to the forest for 14 years. Kaikeyi was a noble-hearted queen now trapped by Manthara. She agreed to do what Manthara said. Both of them knew that Dasharatha would never fall back on his words, because that was, this Ram Lila is Marjada Lila, where ethical principles have highest importance. So he never lied, never went against his promise, everything. Ram also. This is Marjada Purushottam Ram Chandra Bhagavan, where ethics, proper behavior has topmost importance. Like in Narayan Lila, opulence is there. In Krishna, sweetness. In Mahaprabhu, Audarya means munificence, mercy. And in Ram Lila, Marjada, this proper behavior, ethics. According to Shastra, of course, Varna, Ashram, Dharma, that kind of proper ethics. The night before the coronation, Dasharatha came to Kaikeyi to share his happiness at seeing Rama, the crown prince of Koshala. But Kaikeyi was missing from her apartment. She was in her anger room. Before, kings and queens, they had this. There was anger room. When you are angry, then you go to that room. Then king or queen can know now he or she is angry. So that time they will not approach, or they will know how to approach properly. So there was a special room for being angry. So she was in that anger room. When Dasharatha came to her anger room to inquire, he found his beloved queen lying on the floor with her hair loose and her ornaments cast away. Dasharatha gently took Kaikeyi's head on his lap and asked in a caressing voice, "What is wrong?" But Kaikeyi angrily shook herself free and firmly said, "You have promised me 2 boons. Now please grant me these two boons. Let Bharata be crowned as king and not Rama. Rama should be banished from the kingdom for 14 years. Dasharatha could hardly believe his ears. Unable to bear what he had heard, he fell down unconscious. When he returned to his senses, he cried out in helpless anger. What has come over you? What harm has Ram done to you? Please ask for anything else but this. Kaikeyi stood firm and refused to yield. Dasharatha fainted and lay on the floor the rest of the night. The next morning Sumantra, the minister, came to inform Dasharatha that all the preparations for the coronation were ready. But Dasharatha was not in a position to speak to anyone. Kaikeyi asked Sumantra to call Rama immediately. When Ram arrived, Dasharatha was sobbing uncontrollably and could only utter Ram Ram. Ram was alarmed and looked at Kaikeyi with surprise. Did I do anything wrong, mother? I have never seen my father like this before. He has something unpleasant to tell you, Ram, replied Kaikeyi. Long ago, your father had offered me two boons. Now I demand it. Then Kaikeyi told Rama about the boons. Is that all, mother? Asked Rama with a smile. Please take it that your boons are granted. Call for Bharat. I shall start for the forest today. Even he did not directly hear from his father. He heard only from Kaikeyi. Immediately he was ready to follow, because it will be his father's order, and whatever it is, I have to follow. So he was ready. On the same day, I will go to forest. Ram did his pranams to his revered father, Dasharatha, and to his stepmother Kaikeyi, and then left the room. Dasharatha was in shock. He painfully asked his attendants to move him to Kaushalya's apartment. He was waiting for death to ease his pain. The news of Rama's exile spread like a fire. Lakshman was furious with his father's decision. Rama simply replied, Is it worthwhile to sacrifice your principle for the sake of this small kingdom? Tears sprang from Lakshmana's eyes, and he said in a low voice, If you must go to the forest, take me along with you. Ram agreed. Younger brother, I will serve you in the forest. Then Rama proceeded to Sita and asked her to stay behind, means to remain in palace, because to live in the forest is not so easy. Look after my mother, Kaushalya, in my absence, means you serve Kaushalya. Sita begged, Have pity on me. A wife's position is always beside her husband. Don't leave me behind. I'll die without you. At last Rama permitted Sita to follow him. It was not the order that Sita has to go to forest, but she, as faithful wife, accepted that austerities for the sake of her dharma as a wife serve him in forest. In forest it is not so easy to live. Of course, at that time it was little more easy than now. Why? Because there was clean water to drink, and you can find some fruits, roots, and flowers to eat, and those. But at least for water it was better than nowadays. Urmila, Lakshman's wife, sister of Sita, also wanted to go with Lakshman to the forest. But Lakshman explained to her the life that he plans to lead for the protection of Rama and Sita. If you accompany me, Urmila, Lakshman said, I may not be able to fulfill my duties. Please take care of our grieved family members. So Urmila stayed behind on Lakshman's request. She followed the order of her husband. He said, I will not be able to do my duty if you are there. I have to look after you, and I'm not free to do my duty to protect Ram and Sita. And he was collecting fruits and roots in the forest, and he brought for food to Ram and Sita, and he never ate and he never slept. By that evening, Ram, Sita and Lakshman, that same day, by that evening, Ram, Sita and Lakshman left Ayodhya on a chariot driven by Sumatra, minister. They were dressed like mendicants, ascetics, not royal dress. The people of Ayodhya ran behind the chariot, crying loudly for Ram. By nightfall, they all reached the bank of the river Tamasa. Early the next morning, Ram awoke and told Sumatra, the people of Ayodhya love us so very much, but we have to be on our own. We must lead the life of a hermit, as I promised. Means like ascetic, tapasvi, renounced person, mendicant, hermit. Let us continue our journey before they wake up, because they were following Ayodhya's people. So we have to go before they awake. They will not know where we are. So Rama, Lakshman and Sita, driven by Sumatra, continued their journey alone. After traveling the entire day, they reached the bank of the Ganges and decided to spend the night under a tree near a village of hunters. The chieftain Guha came and offered them all the comforts of his house. But Rama replied, Thank you, Guha. I appreciate your offer as a good friend, but by accepting your hospitality, I will break my promise. Please allow us to sleep here as the hermits do. Means they should not have any comfort, because now they have been They are in exile from palace and they have to live without comforts. Next morning, the three, Ram, Lakshman and Sita, said goodbye to Sumantra and Guha and got into a boat to cross the river Ganges. Rama addressed Sumantra, "Return to Ayodhya and console my father." By the time Sumantra reached Ayodhya, Dasharatha was dead. He died out of separation, crying until his last breath, "Ram, Ram, Ram," and the left body. Vashisht sent a messenger to Bharat asking him to return to Ayodhya without disclosing the details. Vashisht is the guru of Ramchandra. In our Mayapur mat, you can see there on the wall, Ram is getting teaching from Vashisht. Ram is Supreme Lord. He does not need any guru, but he is teaching by example that we have to take shelter of bona fide guru. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted Guru Ishwar Puri, Krishna also accepted Guru Sandipani Muni to show that this is necessary. Bharat immediately returned with Shatrughna. As he entered the city of Ayodhya, he realized that something was terribly wrong. The city was strangely silent. He went straight to his mother Kaikeyi. She looked pale, means no color, white color. Bharat impatiently asked, "Where is father?" He was stunned by the news. Slowly he learned about Rama's exile for 14 years and Dasharatha's demise with the departure of Rama. When Ram left Ayodhya, then Dasharatha, out of separation grief, he died. So he was stunned by the news. Bharat could not believe that his mother was the cause of the disaster. Kaikeyi tried to make Bharata understand that she did it all for him. But Bharat turned away from her with disgust and said, "Don't you know how much I love Ram? This kingdom is worth nothing in his absence. I am ashamed to call you my mother. You are heartless. You killed my father and banished my beloved brother. I will not have anything to do with you for as long as I live." That verse we hear from Bhagavatam, Gurur nasasyat sajano nasasyat pitanas, that you should not accept someone as guru, mother, father, brother, demigod, husband, if they cannot rescue you from death. Means if they are not teaching you about devotion to Supreme Lord, or if they are giving obstacle. So Bharat Maharaj is example of someone who gave up his mother because of this principle. And Bali Maharaj rejected his guru Shukracharya. And Bibhishan, here we will hear in Ramlila, Bibhishan he rejected his brother Ravan, and wives of Yagic Brahmins in Vrindavan, they rejected their husbands. And Prahlad Maharaj rejected father. But positively, and yes, Katanga Raja, he rejected demigods. But positively, wife of Ambarish accepted him as husband because he was devotee, pure devotee, Ambarish Maharaj. She accepted proper husband. And Prachetas, we were hearing now in Bhagavatam, they accepted Shiva as demigod because he was teaching about devotion. And Dhruva and Prahlad, they accepted Narad as guru. And I have it written there, they accepted brother also and mother. Yes, Dhruva accepted mother, Suniti. She was telling him, you worship Supreme Lord. Brother, I forgot now. Maybe Bharat accepting Ram. So he rejected his mother, Bharat. Then Bharat left for Kaushalya's apartment. Kaikeyi realized the mistake she made. Kaushalya received Bharat with love and affection. Addressing Bharat, she said, Bharat, the kingdom is waiting for you. No one will oppose you for ascending the throne. Now that your father is gone, I would also like to go to the forest and live with Ram. Bharat could not contain himself any further. He burst into tears and promised Kaushalya to bring Rama back to Ayodhya as quickly as possible. He understood the throne rightfully belonged to Ram. He was the eldest. After completing the funeral, before, when birth was good, then king's son would become king, and the eldest, everything you could do by birth also. But then when this was lost, in Kali Yuga, everyone is born a Shudra, or lower than that. That is why you have to judge by qualities. So Guru also, you cannot judge by which family he is born or not, or whatever. Only his qualities. And Brahmins and Kshatriyas by qualities. That is Deva Varnasham Dharma. Not by birth, but by qualities. If birth is good, that is okay. But qualities must be there to be accepted as a Brahmin or Guru or like this. After completing the funeral rites for Dasharatha, Bharat started for Chitrakoot, where Rama was staying. Bharat halted the army at a respectful distance and walked alone to meet Ram. Seeing Ram, Bharat fell at his feet, begging forgiveness for all the wrongdoings. When Ram asked, "How is father?" Bharat began to cry and broke the sad news. "Our father has left for heaven. At the time of his death, he constantly took your name and never recovered from the shock of your departure." Ram collapsed, fainted. When he came to senses, he went to river Mandakini to offer prayers for his departed father. That is duty of son. That Shraddh ceremony and offer prayers that he has to do. Bharat did also, Ram also did. The next day, Bharat asked Ram to return to Ayodhya and rule the kingdom. But Ram firmly replied, I cannot possibly disobey my father. You rule the kingdom, and I shall carry out my pledge. I will come back home only after 14 years. When Bharat realized Rama's firmness in fulfilling his promises, he begged Ram to give him his sandals. Bharat told Ram these sandals will represent Ram, and he would carry out the duties of the kingdom only as Rama's representative. Rama gracefully agreed. Bharat carried the sandals to Ayodhya with great reverence. After reaching the capital, he placed the sandals on the throne and ruled the kingdom in Rama's name. He left the palace and lived like a hermit as Ram did, counting the days of Rama's return. He also accepted tapasya. No comfort, nothing. But he did his duty as a king only as on the behalf of Ram. Like our Gurudev, he appeared on Ram Navami. And his life is like that, fully following proper etiquette, everything, pure Vaishnava etiquette, following. To his father in house, to his guru, and after our Parangurudev disappeared, and our Parangurudev ordered to our Gurudev that now you have to become president of the Mat and Acharya and you will have to initiate, then our Gurudev accepted in this way as a representative. On the behalf of his Gurudev, he accepted that service. Never like, this is my position. No. Always he was in the mood of disciple and doing the service of Guru always as a on the behalf of Parangurudev. Always. He said, I am not Guru. My Guru is your Guru. He ordered me, that is why I am doing this. So Bharat also did like this. When Bharat left, Rama went to visit sage Agastya. Agastya asked Rama to move to Panchavati on the bank of Godavari river. It is more south. It was a beautiful place. Rama planned to stay at Panchavati for some time. So Lakshman quickly put up an elegant hut and they all settled down. Surpanaka, the sister of Ravan, lived in Panchavati. Ravan was then the most powerful Asura king who lived in Lanka, Sri Lanka, today's Ceylon. One day, Surpanaka happened to see Rama and instantly fell in love with him, sister of Ravan. She requested Rama to be her husband. Ram was amused and smilingly said, As you see, I am already married, You can request Lakshman. He is young, handsome, and is alone without his wife. Suparna took Rama's word seriously and approached Lakshman. Lakshman said, I am Rama's servant. You should marry my master and not me, the servant. Surpanaka got furious with the rejection and attacked Sita in order to devour her. Lakshman swiftly intervened and cut off her nose with his dagger. Surpanaka ran away with her bleeding nose, crying in pain, to seek help from her Asura brothers, Kara and Dushana. Both the brothers got red with anger and marched their army towards Panchavati. Ram and Lakshman faced the Rakshasas, and finally they were all killed. Surpanaka was terror-stricken. She immediately flew to Lanka to seek her brother Ravan's protection. Ravan was outraged to see her sister mutilated. Surpanaka described all that happened. Ravan was interested when he heard that Sita is the most beautiful woman in the world. Ravan decided to abduct Sita. Ram loved Sita very much and could not live without her. So this is illicit sex connection. He wants Ravan. He is a demon. This is demoniac. So he decided this. Tomorrow we will hear further what happened after. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hari Bol, 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 Hari Bol. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gaurango, Gandharvika Giridhari Ji ki Jai, जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांगो श्री राधा मदन मोहन पंचदत्तात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांगो श्री राधा नयननाथ जीव की जय। जय श्री गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ देव की जय। जय पतित पावन शिल गुरुदेव की जय। जय शिल परम गुरुदेव की जय। जय शिल प्रभुपाद की जय। जय श्री रूपानुग गुरुवर की जय। जय श्री पंचतत्व प्रभु की जय। जय श्री वृंदा देवी तुलसी देवी की जय। जय सर्वविघ्न विनाशनकारी श्री नृसिंह देव की जय। जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय समागत भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री रामायण की जय। जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर परमानंदे हरि बोल। थैंक यू ऑल। दंडवत प्रणाम। हरि बोल।